Hello there, this is KSB channel coming to you this beautiful day where we empower you to be the best and dominate in your unique territory. Today we want to touch on a very important topic called the authority inside of you, and this leads us to how to maximize your potential. Okay, what is personal authority? Personal authority, I like to put it like an intrinsic, inherent gift or talent inside of you. You know, encloses your endowments, your blessings that God has put inside of you to fulfill your function. And what do we call function in this case? Function is related to the purpose for which God has created you. So I like to give an example just to illustrate this, okay? Look, take a glass that you used to drink water or wine or juice or whatever you want to put it. You know, if you use it to drink water, the glass serves you well. But supposing you try to pour hot coffee inside the glass, what happens? The glass might break. So this shows the glass was not designed to handle the hot coffee, right? The glass is designed to handle cold or warm things like water, juice, or whatever. So the function of the glass is to be able to serve you your cold or temperature liquids, right? You know, if you want to take hot coffee, you rather use the mug, which is more designed for that purpose. So each and everything God has created has been designed for a purpose. Now, when you don't use it for that purpose, it's what we call abuse. Like Miles Moreau would say, you know, if the purpose of a thing, if a thing is not used for its purpose, abuse is inevitable, right? So that means we are abusing that thing. And that's what a lot of us have been doing. We are abusing ourselves. Take an example, a fish. A fish is supposed to be inside water to reproduce and to be able to serve as food, you know, fresh food. I know most of us like fish, right? Fresh food for man, okay? If you take the fish from inside the natural habitat and you put it on top of the earth, you know, after a while the fish will die. Probably you can use it for food at that moment, but the fish will not be able to reproduce to continually produce food for you, right? So inevitably, every man, just like the fish, we have our own natural habitat. You know, habitat in this case is not the place you live, but it's a territory, like a virtual territory that God has created you for. Just like Eden, when God described Eden in the Bible, it's not a particular place. It is a territory, but it's not a place. But it is a place, virtually, or whatever you can call it, or a place of your assignment, a place where God has created you to control, to dominate, to rule, to govern. You know, in that territory, you are the king in that domain. Okay, you control everything. Everything answers to you, and God gives you those gifts, abilities, circumstances, you know, and everything you have presently, from the past, even to the future, just for you to perform that function effectively, and the function of dominating that territory, controlling it, and using it for the purpose of God and man. Okay, so when we say personal authority, I mean a place where you are de facto, you know, you are highly skillful in that area, you are highly knowledgeable in that area, and you are highly talented in that area. And of course, you have recognized the problem you have been called to solve, and you are deploying all your gifts, your talents, and everything God has given to you to solve that problem for humanity. As you are solving that problem for humanity, you are solving that problem for the universe. And as you are solving that problem for the universe, you are in line with what God has created you to be, which is to dominate in that area, that territory that is uniquely made for you. Now, there's a question that most of us get to answer almost every day. When we meet people along the way, or in our job, or at home, or everywhere, even in the morning with your family, say, "How are you today?" Right? How do most of us answer? Look at the statistics. How most people answer. People say, "I'm fine. Thanks. How about you?" 25%. Not too bad. Thanks. 20%. Could be better. 10%. Great. Thank you. 15%. That's the one that seems more like people that are optimistic about achieving something great, right? Even out of this 15%, about 95% of them have not recognized their unique function, or they are not involved in pursuing or serving that function that God has created them to be. So therefore, personal authority, you take it as an anointing or a blessing of God upon you that helps you to dominate in that unique territory. We are crowned as a king in that territory, and if you are not functioning in that territory, you are abusing yourself, say, or you are abusing the function for which God has created you for. And the issue is, most people are already dethroned as a king, because they are not in their territory. So when you move from your territory, from your place of your assignment to another territory, I refer it as being dethroned, because you cannot be king in that territory anymore. You remember the story, the popular story, the movie Lion King, right? Where Ziba was ran away from his territory after his father died, and he was being more to say like a servant, or just an ordinary person in another territory, until he came back. And while he was in a different territory, trying to survive or make a living, or as many of us are doing, his territory was being oppressed, by another person that is not supposed to be a king in that territory. So whenever we leave our territory and go to survival mode in another territory, what happens is that not only are we dethroned as a king, also our territory, the place where we're supposed to function, where we're supposed to solve problems, if that place is being oppressed. It's being oppressed. Remember, I want to give you another story. As a story of a prince. This is a true life story. He kind of left his territory, just like some of us left our territory and go to another territory. He left his territory. He was a prince, right? But he was not ready to become a king. So he kind of ran away from his territory to another territory and was doing well, was doing business, was doing well, and along the line, the father died, and he was supposed to be to be crowned as a king, but he never went back, because he was threatened by, it was just like Ziba's uncle did to him. He was threatened, so he never went back, and he was successful, kind of in the eyes of the world, or even in his own eyes. Then, in that territory, he was doing well as a businessman, because he was well trained. Princes are well trained, as business warriors and everything, because they train them very well so that they can take rightful position as a king when their father died, right? So he had the good training. So he utilized those training and skills that he learned in the other territory, and he was successful, But his territory lied in waste because the oppressor was oppressing the people in his territory. and the people were yelling, calling out to God, calling out to him, hey, that he should come back. Eventually someone had the courage to go back, right? And with the help of his friends that he made in the other territory, just like Ziba had friends too, he was able to come back and dethrone the oppressor, and now became a king. He was crowned a king in his territory, and everything started going well. And it started prospering far more than it was prospering in the other territory that it was before, and the people were happy, and to this day they still celebrate his comeback as a liberation to his people. So it's very important that when we are not pursuing our assignment, we are not only doing a deserving to ourselves, we are doing a deserving to the people to which we have been created to serve, and to the problem we have been created to solve. So the problem lingers and become even more complicated while we think we are living life in the other territory that we're in. So my message for you today is that you can achieve greater prosperity in the right territory God has created you for. The territory God has created you for is your assignment, your purpose, the purpose for which God has created you. And there's a particular assignment or assignments, because usually you don't have one assignment. You move from one assignment to a greater assignment, to a bigger assignment, to a bigger assignment, right? So which I call vision. So you have a vision for this great thing today, and after accomplishing that, you are given another vision. Even you might have several visions even at the same time, but all leading to solving that unique problem that God has created you for, which is your purpose, which I would call your life purpose.
Thank you for joining us on the Kingdom Self Business channel. If you found this video valuable, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share with others, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth exploration of your unique business. And until next time, be the best and dominate the world.